This is Sherry from Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you for coming to watch my videos tonight. I appreciate it. We're working on right now the month of November, and we're going to start off with the sign of Aries because that's how all the zodiacs start out. And this is the YouTube video that uses a horoscope pattern for a diagram for a tarot reading, because we can get a lot of information from one sit down that covers more topics than just one. Okay, because house number 2 is about your money, house number 3 is about communication, house number 4 is about your home. So I'm going to lay a card down on each one of these slots, and we're going to talk about what's going on in that house. Okay, all right. Now in the meantime, my friend Link, he publishes this. Why am I doing this to myself? He publishes this calendar. It's called the Year and a Day calendar, and he researches all the trivia that's inserted and typed in the slots for the days of every month of the year. So many times there are more than one event held by a separate spiritual practice. Okay? Sometimes they talk about Greek gods and goddesses. Sometimes it's Egyptian. Sometimes it's fairies. So I hope you have a good time. Anyway, and so just to let you know what kind of info he provides, here's November on the 10th. This is for an example. Scottish goddess Nicnevin, Nicnevin, related to Diana and Fairy Queen, is honored as she flew through the air, visible to mortals on this night. So the Scottish goddess Nicnevin, she flew through the air on this night, visible to everybody. Let's see. Okay, then on the 21st of November, here's a picture of a Mayan temple. And it says here, Mayan feast of the earthquake god Kukulkan begins. Yes, I'd be praying to him too if I was afraid there was a hurricane, an earthquake. Okay, all right. So I have shuffled, cut, and prayed. So let's start off, Aries, with your first house, which is actually what's on your mind right now. Okay, what's on your mind? You're worried about something terrible. It's worrying you to death. I'm sorry it's worrying you, and I'm sorry it's causing you concern. But here it is. Let's see if if there will be any more information about this situation today. But actually, I think this card is your house of money. It goes in your house of money, and this is justice. So it seems like in the recent past, or maybe in the future, very short-term future here, you can see where you believe in some transaction, in some financial transaction, that you have been well represented and well taken care of. So let's pretend it was a house. Maybe you bought a house. And if you got the justice card on your side, then you paid a fair price for it and everybody was happy. Let's just talk about it like that. Okay? Or if you got a lateral move at work, you're happy with it because your money is coming in the same way with similar amounts. Now, third house, this is your communication. So this card shows two people leaving town. It actually, in the original meaning of the card, it's a person. Well, see, this one's like a ghost. This is like the Grim Reaper here. You can't see, and this person is traveling over the river Styx to be buried in his assigned place. So I'm going to say there are some people in your life you will never talk to again, ever, because they just did one last bad thing to you, and you aren't going to tolerate it. Okay, fourth house is your home. Well, we got a little money card here, and this page of pentacles. Pentacles is money. A page is always about messages. So let's see what the message is. Oh, look at this. Well, This is how you want to feel in your home. Like, especially if you're the lady of the house, you want to know you are the mistress of your domain. And you take good care of it, you take good care of the people in it. Now, this message has to do with money for your home. So, you may have made improvements inside the house, you may have remodeled it, you may have added on, or you may have bought another one. Okay? Okay, fifth house is work. No. Romance and creativity. Romance and creativity, well, we have a page of cups. This is another message. And this card indicates that you have a certain affinity for the domestic arts. In other words, you may like to decorate, you may like to arrange flowers, you may like to paint walls, or you might like to paint paintings. So you apparently have a highly active imagination, and you are good at using it. And this card actually represents somebody who's a married woman who's happy in her home, and she has everything she needs. So that seems like a pretty good direction we're going in here. Okay, sixth house is work and health. Look at here. Look at here, kids. The magician. The magician indicates very strongly, the ability to manifest. So what's going on at work? It could be your work. It could be your spouse's work. But somebody's good at manifesting at work. So you manifest. So you get the job done. That's just what somebody said in my head just now. He gets the job done. And because of that, he's got a reputation for manifesting more and manifest again and manifest again. Some people they can think it up, and they can assemble it, and they can make it happen. So you or somebody in your realm is talented that way. Okay, seventh house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Okay, this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man actually is a depiction of the Scandinavian god Odin, who had made some mistakes in his life, and he made mistakes giving advice or trying to help people, but he made boo-boos. So he realized he needed to look at the world through a different angle. So he, according to legend, he plucked out his own eye, and he hung himself upside down in a tree for 9 days. Well, if you're upside down in a tree and you're looking at the world upside down, you'll get a different view of the situations, won't you? So self-surrendered. Okay. So if this is in your house of marriage, then at some point, you and your partner have decided that they've come as close together as they can. Okay, so, and this is where the yin and the yang meet, okay? And this person, so in a lot of ways, you may have decided to call it a truce. Whenever you're having issues with your spouse, and maybe you've worked out an arrangement where he's in charge of so-and-so and you're in charge of other things. And if that's the way it works the best for you, then that's the way you operate. Because the whole idea about cohabitation is mutual admiration, mutual goals, mutual beneficial ways to communicate so that you can accomplish what you need to accomplish. All right, eighth house is money from other people. Money from other people, oh my goodness, means income tax checks, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks, those kinds of things. And what we have here, no, I better not bump that. Where'd the other one go? I don't know. All right, well, anyway, eighth house, money from other people means income tax checks, inheritance checks. Look here, what? This indicates that there is probably going to be an inheritance check come into your life. It could be an insurance check come into your life. Now, this has got to do with the mutual family and mutual admiration. So I think that it's possible that somebody who loves you is going to present you with a a, a sum of money. This is about money, and this is about people who love you. Okay, so cross your fingers, be good, and wait to see what happens. This is major arcana. As a matter of fact, these last three cards are major arcana. So these are destiny cards. So look for more ability to manifest because it's going to come to you. And look for more ways to, give up, trying to give up control. You can control only what you can control. And if you're in charge of A, B, C, and D, and he's in charge of F, Y, and Z, why monkey with it if it's working? It might not be perfect, but it's the way the job gets done or it gets done. Then, of course, here we are again. It's all about unearned income. All righty then. Well, it could be a bonus check too. Okay, ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. And what this fella is doing, pretend he's like Columbus and he's looking out over the water. And he's just sent his boats out and he wants them to come back fully laden with gold and herbs and jewels, animals, people, whatever he can bring back with him. So what this means is it's still in the planning stage. So there are lots of places in the world that you would like to visit, but right now they're still in the planning stages. They're still in the dream stage, and at some point you will be able to actually pinpoint and pay for the places that you want to go. Okay? Now, that's the ninth house. 10th house is your career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10th. Okay. You work for people who like you very much, and actually you like them too. Or else it's your spouse. They treat you very well. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the opposite. So if this is the career of whatever career you're in, they like you and you like doing it. So you're very fortunate in that regard because lots of people earn money and really don't like what they have to do for it. Okay, 11th house is friends and long-term plans. So friends that you worked with in the past. So some of these friends leave you with the really dreadful memories, and you don't want to go back. See that tower? Don't go back. A lot of them, some people caused you pain and misery in your career, and so you left. Oh, in your 11th house, we're talking about 11th house of people you know from previous employment. They disappointed you terribly. Number 2, the other part of that card is I'll have to get back to that in a minute. Wait a minute, it's right here. Social life, friends, and goals. Oh, long-term goals. So I'm going to say you're still not necessarily married to your what you thought were long-term goals. You're not necessarily still on that path. Because look what happened to the path. It went, okay, 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. So according to this kind Aries people, you can hardly sleep at night because this is an ace of swords. Swords is all about communication and thinking and planning and talking and arguing and all that kind of stuff. And so this card indicates that you might not go to sleep really easy. You might toss and turn for a pretty good little while before you finally pass out. Okay, now we've got one card left. Oh, but in general, your life has been lots of fun these last few weeks. You've had some good times. Sure, you've had some disappointing times, but you've had some more good times than bad, according to this. So what we have are something you're worried about, and maybe that's why you can't sleep. Okay, this is your money. You take good care of your money. This is your third house of communication. And this is, some people, you've decided you are never talking to them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth house is your home. And you're invested in your home because it's a symbol of your progress. It's a symbol of your prosperity. And it's a symbol of where you love to take care of people. Okay? All right, fifth house is romance and creativity. And you're you guys like to, some of y'all like to stay home and cuddle up with each other and be happy. So good for you. Because this is a woman who's married. She has her own house. She has her own children. She's very happy in what she does. So that makes sixth house is work and health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know what? With regard to health, which I failed to mention just a second ago, is that whatever is going on with your health, it's like there's going to be a miraculous cure. Somehow it will go away and it will not raise its ugly head again. Part of the reason for that is you refuse to be sick. Because if you're sick, you can't work. Okay. Seventh house, wait a minute, is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So there are some, you've divided up the labor and you're resigned to the modus operandi, okay? And eighth house is money from other people. So somebody loves you and you're going to be getting cash from them, or maybe you do get a little bit of cash from them on a regular basis. And you're probably going to get an inheritance. Now, I'm not going to say when, because I sure as heck don't know, but it's likely that you'll get one. Okay, ninth house, you want to travel, but you haven't made up your mind yet. It's not apparently time in your life that you can plan it. Okay, 10th house is your career, people that work like you, and you like them. This again is 11th house of long-term plans and friends from previous employers. So somehow or another, your long-term plans just sort of, maybe it's just the political and the financial scene. Something happened that was unrelated to you that caused you to have a disappointment, okay? And something keeps you up at night. Okay, all right, thanks. Thanks for joining me. This is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. I enjoyed you all tonight, so hey, you got any good news, or you like it or you don't like it? There's comments in the back. Please hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next month, okay? Bye.